Here we go, Mars. I don't remember the stage at all. I remember the boss fight Mars being difficult.
Yeah, I remember Mars.
I do know his weapon is good against the next boss. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, because unlike the other Mega Man games that have the 4x4 chains, there's actually a 1 chain of all 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we will be able to get the rest of the weaknesses. I think on the next floor. I think. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't remember. I should probably look at the order now I think about it. Because this is the one order I don't know. I just think, if I remember correctly, I think the order might have something to do with like the order of the planets for most of them. I could be wrong though. I think that's how it is.
Also, yeah, platforms that can rise you into spikes, so watch your step.
Oh! Actually, I gotta look it up again. Now, I say, it looks like there is actually an order for the first 4, I just didn't notice it at first.
Hey, what the hell am I doing? Airbrush again. Or coil.
Okay, yeah. Apparently, Mars has a secondary weakness. And apparently Venus was weak to Mars's weapon. Go figure. Oh, it was Neptune we didn't have the weakness for. Okay.
That actually makes more sense because Neptune is part of the latter planets.
Yup. Yeah, it's actually a little weird looking at the order. Yeah, I think it's like backwards order might be the weakness. Except for Pluto? Nah, actually it's a lot weirder than I thought, never mind.
Of course you don't get hit by spikes, you will.
But yeah, there's also no Mega Man killer this time around, obviously, because no Wily. Unless you want to consider that being one of the Star Droids, the one that nearly killed Mega Man at the beginning of the game. Freaking monkeys! Oh, you can't hurt me! Get away from me! He jumps every time he shoots, so annoying! Okay, I mixed up the order. I just assumed Mars is the one you wanted to go after last.
Well, he probably is, because, you know, he is Mars.
Yeah, he literally looks like a fucking tank. Like, man? Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, this mini-boss. Now I remember. Got platforms to hop on, which his missiles will also reflect off of. Oh, thanks for the P-chips before I die. I appreciate that. Just not to you. Oh, sweet free E-tank. What am I do? Hey, you're supposed to come up here and get that!
That's great.
I have Rush Coil, but I really don't care to use it.
I still technically have one more free E-tank because of everything that happened. So, haha! And now I'm gonna die to spikes. Why am I not fucking surprised?
Like clockwork. I mean, that's typical Mega Man for you. At least we spawned in this room. They have 3 random energies sitting over there on the right. What the fuck?
No, it's not time to you.
But yeah, I see the boss weakness list now. I may as well go over the Game Awards nominees, see what we think of them. Why the heck not?
It's hard for me to really have any opinion on any of them since I've played none of those games. But
I mean,
let's just see.
I just mean in general for all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Complete list. That's what I wanted. So the nominees we have so far. Game of the Year is between, well, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Air Tree, which, again, DLC. I personally don't think it should be up for it. It has no category. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Not surprised got nominated. Black Myth Wukong. Not that surprised got nominated. Elatro. a little surprising, but sounds like that could be deserved.
It is an indie game at its core, but the fact that an indie game got that far...
It's basically...
Is that the weird poker one that you were talking about?
Yes, the poker roguelike, yeah. Basically, description, but poker. And some people found it incredibly accessible.
And I get it. Yep, so...
Haha! Excuse me? Rude. I just wanted to take his E-Tank, so could you not be a dickhead? After a while, which I wouldn't feel bad about that one winning, because it's like one of the few like truly creative games that a Sony studio's come up with in a good while.
Yeah, something that's not, you know...
Again, it's like a Mario Galaxy game, but it's something more, so you know what? I'll take it. And, well, what's arguably the best RPG of the year? Metaphor Refantasio.
I still need to play that game.
Basically, fantasy-themed Persona, but not really Persona. I did play the demo, which I got like 6 hours out of the freaking demo. They basically get you through like the whole prologue, and then they let you do like the first like 2 or 3 days of the cycle. Because of the first dungeon that comes up. But yeah, you basically get like a minimum like 4 hours out of it. It's pretty sweet. It's actually pretty interesting. It's like you have like actual live like action combat, but then you can basically cause a turn-based battle to start.
I remember the big thing about
but enemies can also do it to you.
Another big thing is that if you're strong enough, enemies just die in the spot, so you don't have to deal with their nonsense.
Kill the weak enemies immediately on the field. Yep. That's something that they did with Persona 5 once you got one of Ryuji's abilities, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of RPGs I've been playing Brothership.
Ah, yes. I still have to get that. I'm probably going to get that around the holidays.
Yeah. But it's exactly what I expect, and honestly...
More Mario and Luigi.
I know a lot of people have been complaining about it, but it's like, you know...
It's Mario and Luigi. I mean... I've heard... The favorite problem I've heard is basically it drags, kind of like the later ones have. But apparently it's more of a late game thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was something a Dream Team suffered as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dream Team flowed itself pretty well until the frickin', the
end game. Yep.
That segment dragged on for a long time. Then again, every Mario Luigi game has something like that.
Yep.
Except for Partners in Time. Then again, well, yeah.
I mean, Partners in Time had the pacing, but it didn't really have much else.
Oh, the break of the pacing comes when Baby Bowser steals the Cobalt Star Shards at one point. That is the pace breaker. So basically, oh, you got 2 Cobalt Star Shards. Oh, wait, no you don't. Now you gotta get them back. You get through a whole world. Good, you got both of them back again. No progress was made. It was basically a filler chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they utilized Baby Bowser well in the story, I will say that. Especially in the ending. Just when you forget about him, he's there to fuck up the plot once again. Thanks, Bowser!
Good job, Bowser! Wouldn't be the first time you fucked up a plot by existing.
Give me energy, please!
unless you're a Dream Team, in which case it's like, no, I know exactly how this fucking ends because I've done with this 3 fucking times! Yep. I'm not gonna get screwed over again!
Yep.
Fuck you!
Yep, we're gonna deal with task. Wait, what? Oh! Oh! Okay!
Bowser's like, I've dealt with this fucking shit 3 times. I am not dealing with your bullshit.
You're an idiot! I thought you were the idiot! Exactly! You're an idiot! God damn it!
That will always be my favorite thing in Dream Team. It's just like, Bowser finally becomes the final boss that everybody wanted him to be.
Uh-huh. Oh. It does have such a great payoff. In a series that felt like he got shafted every time.
Yeah, it's like, I was like, because I know maybe some, I'm not sure if that's something that a lot of people complained about in Dream Team, where it's like, oh, you're fighting Bowser, but like...
The only complaint people has, like, because of that, Antasma's role kind of feels, like, really small. Like, feels like Antasma wasted time because of that. Even though you still have your big fight with him, which is still the hardest freaking dreamy boss fight in the game.
Yeah. And his fights have always been kind of hard. His fights are always hard.
Especially if you actually get hit by an attack and over the nightmare sequence. Oh, yeah. Good lord.
That nightmare sequence is
Remember the first time I dealt with that attack? I was like, how the fuck do you get out of this? Like, yo, this attack is too much.
That's wild.
Especially the EX fight.
Yep.
Oh
EX
my
fight
God.
is rough.
Now it's faster! God! And having to flip between moving him in the frickin' corridor, avoiding the attacks, finding the right hole to go gyroscope controls, to dodging the saw blades. Good lord!
No, and also, I think he also did the thing where it's like they're dropping it in the... Yeah, that thing was all... It's like a slow burn,
That was
too.
a fantastic fight. Oh my god. Honestly, arguably better than the Bowser fight.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That boss fight is fantastic. Bowser fight was not bad either, though. Especially once he sent his minions after you.
The Bowser fight was just pure catharsis.
Yep.
Because after everything that Bowser went through, it's like, yep, this is exactly what I fucking expect out of him.
It is great. Crazy thematically. Yeah, this fight's hard.
Yeah, that was kind of bullshit. It's like, here, let me just keep shooting you how many fucking times? And
There's some weird, like, thematic, you know, significance to the Bowser fight, though. He basically gets the power of the dream, basically, to create wherever he wants. And the things he uses to create to come after you are more of his own minions.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't think of anything else grander. He just has confidence in his own army. Like, they really give Bowser the respect he deserves and frickin'
The Dream Team.
Yep. Every fills your weapon energy. Is that really what? Everything's full, dumbass. You know you can afford the other things, right? Yes, you can fill with the energy, Bowser, and the grabber. Yes. Do what the president would do. Grab him by the pussy. Oh God, White. What? I thought it was cool now.
It's never been cool.
Stop watching the news, Light. But I need to know what's going on in the world. I need to see when Wily's going to attack us next. Too bad it didn't stop this invasion. Anyway, back to the porn robots. He probably follows Elon Musk, too. Oh God, don't. But yeah, I do like the significant... Bowser does get a big character boost in frickin'
Dream Team.
Yeah. And I know from what I've heard, Bowser Jr. does show up in Brothership, and apparently they do take his character development from the extra story and the Inside Story remake into consideration as well. Because I don't know if you know...
I'm familiar with what
the extra mode story is. Basically, it's like helping Bowser Jr. try to be accustomed to being a more mature leader, kind of. It looks like that does actually come into play a little bit in Brothership, which is nice to see they actually remember that bit of character development.
Especially considering that the first thing I think of when I think of, you know, Bowser's Side Story, that remake isn't particularly looked upon fondly from what I hear.
I mean, the remake is still fine, it's just, you know, it's the extra mode is just grindy. Like, it's not bad, it's just grindy. God damn it! There we go. Like, I still haven't gotten through the Bowser's Side Story one myself. I know I got close, though. I feel like I do want to complete that before I get to Brothership myself, just so I have that sense of completion for myself. But yeah, it's basically Kamek trying to teach Bowser here to be a respectful leader, and you know, the Koopa Lake's basically learning to respect Bowser Jr. as the future ruler, quote unquote. It's actually a nice idea. I think you have to jump off those?
Yeah, because you don't have a...
That robot fucking sucks.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, it dropped a large energy. Thank you! About goddamn time you did something good for me, and now you die to spikes. Okay, not the way I imagined, but I'm sorry, don't hurt me!
I thought I held down, but fuck you, game.
God damn it. Oh, God. Although it did remind me of big, potential news. Speaking of Mario Luigi Brothership...
Yeah, I know, the big thing with the studio being bought up by Sony.
Well, the parent studio, Kadokawa.
Yep.
Some people are thinking it probably shouldn't go through with it, because that would give Sony a big monopolization on the, anime distribution business.
Yeah.
A lot of people see it as a bigger thing for Sony basically finding a shortcut to acquire FromSoft and In-Hand Acquire, who are both owned by Kadokawa.
Yep. Because that's really what they wanted from Soft more than anything else.
Yeah. And yeah, it's weird. Once again, you have the contradicting sides of the frickin' console fanboys. People are against the Activision one, but they're for this.
No, people were for the Activision one.
And there's some that are for the Activision one and against this one. But again, this is technically more of a monopoly move for Sony than the Activision thing was for Microsoft. Maybe not in the gaming landscape, but from the anime, distribution end, yes. Because they already they bought Funimation, they bought Crunchyroll, and now they bought another anime publisher in Kadokawa, even though they also do manga as well. Since Sony's now technically an American company, or at least that's where their headquarters are. Yes, you see how that grabber worked? The hand stayed on him, and you can do extra damage. I don't remember if you have to hold the button or mash it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, if it's hold or mash.
I think it's mash. I think a lot of times you have to keep pressing it to, constantly keep grabbing them. Oh good, I think we have 3 energy tanks. Nice. Oh yeah, you can see the other missing items there on the menu. I forgot about that. Go get it all the way to the left! Look at that key chip on our way back. Well, we have to die to get it! Again. I know what I said. Why do you lack faith in me? But I know some people have been not liking the way Sony's been handling a lot of the anime distribution stuff.
I mean, the anime stuff has been very weird.
Yeah.
Then again, animation is, well, I'm not sure how it is in Japan, so maybe there's something more to it, but I just think about how much animation has kind of gotten shafted in the Western world.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
it's probably more of a Japanese thing for the animation side. It's people like the distribution stuff. I know Crunchyroll's starting to get a little bit of controversy right now, because, do you happen to know something happened with Fairy Tail, with the dub for, the new Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest stuff?
What happened?
The Gajio voice actor left. David Wald.
Oh!
Because apparently he said conditions with Crunchyroll were not good.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a shame for people that especially like the dub for Fairy Tail. And one of the mainstays and big iconic voices in the series is basically gone now because supposedly,
working conditions are off. But you know what? That doesn't surprise me because, like I said...
voice actors have been getting shafted like that for a while now, so
I'm about to say,
surprised.
This is something that's been happening a lot, especially in the Western world, where they shaft the voice actors and they usually just kind of try
probably get overtaxed for not a lot of pay, I'm sure, is probably the general gist of it.
Yep, and also...
I doubt it's inhumane work conditions or something like that. I'm sure it's just
they don't pay them enough, I think is what it is.
I think that's more what it is. Remember all the way to the right is P-Chip.
Forget it, I don't think I need it at this point.
Alright, let's figure it out first. But yeah, I know some people haven't liked the censorship of anime since Sony's taken over a lot of the distribution of it as well.
That doesn't surprise me.
And no, I don't mean that from a sexual standpoint. I mean that from messaging and stuff.
Is it like one of those things of, how they translate certain... Does that have to do with, how they translate certain, translate to English from Japanese?
I think so. Some of the liberties they take, I think they might take more on, I don't know if it's one of they take more liberties, but they'll restrict themselves with how much they can translate, I think. Certain things. But, they don't want to use certain words or topics.
Yeah.
I think some anime have suffered from that, if I'm not mistaken. I know some anime have basically refused to be dubbed or done by Sony's thing because of that. Well, I know of an infamous one, but I think that was before Sony got a Crunchyroll.
Is it mashing or...
Maybe it is holding it. Hard to say. You might have to hold it as soon as it grab onto them. I never remembered how that works. I honestly rarely used it. But yeah, I know. More consolidation. Again, not really a good thing going on here. So.
Mega monopolies.
Yep.
Fun.
It would be cool for Sony to get a friggin' monopoly of the anime industry. That would be kind of rough. I mean, I know technically they wouldn't have all the, they wouldn't be publishing the majority of the anime, so it's not really a monopoly in that aspect, but
It's not the publishing, but it's more of distribution.
Yeah, distribution, they still have a lot of that, especially internationally.
I was already dead anyway, so...
Yeah. Damn, this stage with its freaking stupid monkey enemies. Really, this screen being black and white. Everything else is in color, though. And yeah, let's see how that goes. I know Kala says they've been in talks, but that's all they've said at the time. It's weird how much money Sony's been trying to throw at things lately.
I mean, it's corporations being corporations.
I mean, yeah.
It's irresponsible.
They've really gone the American corporation route of infinite growth.
Yep.
Gotta love
or
it.
that the American delusion, I think is more what it is.
The American dream is dead. Only the American delusion.
That's what it is at this point. It's American delusion where it's just like, here, we need to make as much money as possible. It doesn't matter about pouring it back into actually anything valuable or, you know, being responsible with it. It's just, here, we have to pour it all in.
That's why the studio that made Prince Persia Lost Crown got shut down.
Yep.
Thanks, Ubisoft. Because we need to focus more on Assassin's Creed games.
We need to focus on everything that's a fucking open world game, not making a bunch of smaller games for everybody else. Let's not even market the fucking smaller game. That's the part that pisses me off more than anything else. We didn't even fucking market it. And then they get shafted. It's like, okay, go fuck yourself.
I really hope that's something a lot of the big publishers learn next generation.
I hope that, like, this is something that a lot of, like, the smaller, like teams, like, you know, like the smaller team, like, that team with, I forget what they're called, but basically, that team that worked on the Rayman Legends and Ubisoft, like, I hope they, like, find, like, someone, like, another smaller team to, like, stand together with and just be like,
that was Montpellier.
Yeah.
That's the one
like,
that got shut
I
down.
hope they find, like, some solace with somebody else and be like, you know what? We're gonna make games on our own terms and not have to deal with their bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I hope, at least.
Yeah. Hard to say what we're gonna get out of it, though. Because a lot of publishers seem to only like to do big open-world games. Except for Resident Evil, oddly enough.
Well, Capcom's a lot better at that, I feel.
That's true.
Capcom is like one of the few companies that I feel like is trying their fucking best to actually inspire goodwill in their customers.
Yeah.
And they have done, I feel like they've done a decent job. I mean, they also made that Attack of the Goddess game as well, so it's not like they aren't adverse to, you know, experiments.
Yeah.
It's just, you know...
I mean, they're definitely still one of the better of the main big publishers out there.
Yep.
And them and Nintendo are like two of the still the best ones. They've like always been the two best game publishers.
Yeah. And for a while, Capcom was at a south stance, but they've gotten a lot better now compared
Some
to
people would argue that Nintendo's kind of not in a great spot right now. It's kind of, some people...
Yeah, some people say that, but honestly, I think it just comes from the fact, like, oh, they don't have the power. I think it has more to do with
Some
that.
people say a lot of the games they made lately feel like they've been money-making moves, not so much, like, truly, like, creative, inspiring, you know, like, games like they've had back in previous generations. They said the last ones have been Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey feels have been the last truly great Nintendo games with true creativity. Where everything else has just been repeating old Nintendo things.
I don't personally... Well, I can see it to a certain extent for, like, the remake stuff, so that's the argument you want to make, but...
They have argued on that a lot more since Ichiro Iwata's passing a little bit.
Yeah. At the same time, though, we also have the same people that want to whine and complain, and it's like, oh, we have to, like, keep preserving the game stuff, so ask me, which one do you fucking want? New games or preserving...
Hey, as long as they make them available, as long as they don't, you know, jip us, like they're doing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, for example.
Yeah.
$60 for a Wii game that's barely getting a big HD overhaul.
So it's like, what do you people want?
No, just grip two things there. Grip two stones with one bird. Wait a minute.
But yeah, it's just kind of like, I feel like I've heard this sort of shtick so much. I feel like these are the same people that are like, oh, we need to preserve games and we want new stuff. It's like, make up your fucking mind. What do you want?
Square Enix occasionally pulls out a unique RPG here and there.
Yeah, but that comes from, like, a lot of third-party developers.
Acquire being one of them.
Yep.
They got us Octopath Traveler, they brought Mario and Luigi back because I forgot the director of that series went to Acquire. That's why the series is over there. It makes a lot more sense. But, you know...
Like, it's just hard to have it just feels like I'm having a two-pronged conversation. It just feels like a lot of the arguments don't add up in a lot of ways. Is what my brain's kind of going at.
I mean, Nintendo and Capcom are two of the only, like, big publishers I trust at this point.
Yeah.
And even then, they still have to... each game, they still have to earn it, because you can't blindly accept every game that comes out.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to take it in face. You have to wait till the game comes out. You can't just sit here and keep whining about it.
I mean, hey.
And I think it's also helps that, you know, there's the massive indie scene as well, and it's just like, we've gotten to a point where it's just like, we don't have to sit here and subjugate ourselves to the AAA market.
It Takes Two, Balatro, the Ori games, Shovel Knight...
Lethal Company.
Lethal Company. There's been a lot of big indie games.
There's been a lot of big Lethal games, and let's not forget the big one, Stardew Valley.
Yes, there have been indie games that have become some of the best games of all time that people really love and think are better than what AAA publishers have done in any of these past 10 years.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight's another one that's mentioned a lot.
Ori.
The Ori games, at least the second one for me, is very good. But
not to mention, like, all the sleeper hit stuff for a lot of genres that most bigger companies wouldn't even fucking... It's like for genres that most bigger companies wouldn't put any fucking effort in actually acknowledging.
Yeah.
Like, you want to acknowledge 2D and 3D platformers? That's fine. We'll have, you know, an indie company that to fill that void and actually put in the fucking effort that the bigger companies will never want to fucking acknowledge.
Yep.
Like, look at the amount of 2D and 3D indie games or the Metroidvanias because they won't fucking... Because the bigger publishers just don't want to fucking do it.
Yep.
And they want to sit here and talk like, oh, this is what the future of gaming is, when the future of gaming has been here. Let's fucking microtransaction the shit out of every single thing.
Okay, now we can finally beat this thing.
Probably. Okay, but yeah, that's a rant aside, but... Like, instead of focusing on profits, it's more of just focus on making a game within reason.
Yep. Yep, you probably want to slide under those. And these you want to be able to jump over, but jumping over all of them is difficult.
Yeah, well, you can actually shoot them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you could.
Okay, so you can shoot back.
I guess you might want to rapid fire that?
I think it's rapid fire then. Okay, I see how this works now.
Yeah, this is still one of the harder Robot Masters.
This Robot Master still sucks, though.
He just fires a lot of...
He's just relentless.
Uh-huh. Just remember to slide under the first missiles. It's the easiest way to dodge this, anyway. Rapid fire! Yep.
That's it.
Jump! Oh.
Fucking landing on
that's hard to avoid. Ah, yeah, so you can see what attack he's doing based on his stance. You see him point his arm out.
Oh, for Christ's sake, why?
You see him point his arm out, he's going to be doing the rapid fire. Otherwise, he does one of these other attacks. Yeah, stay close. There we go.
Big shit.
Whew! Nice! No Buster needed. I mean, Buster only needed as well. Alright, there we go. That's all the first 4 Robot Masters. But yeah, I'm just more tired of the whole consolidation thing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Tencent's been going under, or Embracer's been going under.
Yeah.
They've had to basically sell off, or unfortunately axe off, some of the companies they bought because of how much money they lost.
We all knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. They thought Saudi would have given them the funding and stuff that could have been part of their whole thing for the business. And it didn't work out for them. Ah! I laugh at them, but I feel bad for all the developers that got caught up in it. I want to say Gearbox amongst them.
I feel like here's the thing that pisses me off more about all this is that it's the reason why I'm not gonna go too big into the freaking corporation thing, but you get where it's just like it feels like the people that are getting punished for all this are all the people that are developers just wanting to make fun of games.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, what the fuck is the option? What the fuck? Like this is the reason why I don't really have the biggest, you know, positive reinforcement on a corporation because this is what it fucking looks like when a corporation gets too big for their own good.
Right.